All right,
y'all.
y'all.
I'm gonna
Wait
wait
just a
just
few
a few
moments
moments
because
because
I
I
just
just
know
know
that
that
so
so
many of
many
you
of
have
you
been
have been
waiting for
waiting
this
for this
moment
moment
as
as
I've worked
I've
on
worked
it for
on it
so
for so
long.
long.
Hello,
Hello,
my
my
name
name
is
is
Eve
Eve
Mayer,
Mayer,
and
and I have
I'm having
I'm
a
having
really
a
good
really
hair
good
day,
hair
you
day,
know,
you
and
know,
so I
and so
just I just
I
wanted
just
to
wanted
come
to
on
come
here
on
and
here and
talk
talk
mostly
mostly
about
about
that. But
that.
I
I
have been an
have been an
entrepreneur
entrepreneur
for
for
34
34
years,
years,
and
and
I have
I
been
have been
super
super
broke.
broke.
I have
I have
failed.
failed.
I've been
I've been
super
super
successful.
successful.
I've had a
I've
lot
had a
of
lot of
money. I've
money.
had
I've had
no
no
money.
money.
Having
Having
money
money
is
is
way more
way more
fun.
fun.
But
But
I'm
I'm
wondering
wondering
if
if
you,
you,
as an
as an
entrepreneurial badass woman
woman
who is
who is
perhaps
perhaps
older than
older than
35,
35,
is
is
living the
living
life
the
you
life you
want.
want.
Because I'm
Because
living
I'm
the
living
life
the
I
life I
want.
want.
And let me
And let me
tell you
tell
what
you
that
what that
life
life
looks
looks
like
like
and see if
and
you
see
can
if you
relate.
can relate.
All right.
All right.
First of
First
all,
of
let's
all,
get
let's get
real.
real.
A
A
lot of us
lot of us
start our
start
own
our own
companies as a
companies as a
side
side
hustle,
hustle,
and we're
and
like,
we're like,
shit,
shit,
can I
can I
ever make
ever
more
make
than
more than
$100,000?
$100,000?
Did you
Did you
know that
know that
88%
88%
of
of
women
women
never make
never make
more than
more than
$100,000 a
$100,000 a
year?
year?
That is
That is
bull
bull
crap.
crap.
You
You
are
are
worth a
worth a
lot of
lot of
money.
money.
You
You
have
have
some
some
kind of
kind of
talent,
talent,
skill,
skill,
or
or
product
product
that is
that is
worth
worth
money.
money.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
let's get
let's get
real
real
about
about
how
how
women
women
who
who
have their
have
own
their own
companies
companies
and
and
mostly work
mostly work
remotely
remotely
and
and
often work
often
at
work at
home,
home,
what do they
what do they
really look
really
like?
look like?
Because when
Because when
I look
I look
online
online
and
and
I
I
see
see
entrepreneurial women
entrepreneurial women
coaches, which
coaches,
is
which is
what I
what I
am, right?
am,
I
right? I
mentor
mentor
women
women
entrepreneurs.
entrepreneurs.
They have
They have
like
like
the
the
suits on.
suits on.
I
I
haven't worn
haven't
a
worn a
suit,
suit.
I don't
I
think,
don't think
I'm gonna
I'm
say
gonna
since
say
I
since
worked
I
at
worked at
IBM and
IBM
I was
and
in
I
my
was in my
20s, and
20s, and
I don't know if I wore a
I wore
suit
a
then,
suit
which is
then, which
why
is why
I was not a very good
very
fit.
good fit.
But
But
they always
they
have
always have
makeup on.
makeup
Now
on. Now
I
I
will
will
admit
admit
I
I
did put
did put
on
on
lip
lip
gloss
gloss
so
so I
I
could
could
look
look
cute
cute
for
for
the
the
launch
launch
of
of
the
the
Braless
Braless
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
But let's get
Let's
real.
get real.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
do
do
this
this
call
call
and
and
talk to you
talk to
about
you
the
about the
Braless
Braless
Entrepreneur
Entrepreneur
the way
women
women
really
really
work at
work at
home
home
when the
when the
cameras
cameras
are
are
not
not
on.
on.
Okay,
Okay.
so
So
let me
let
tell
me
you the
tell you the
first thing
first thing
women do.
women do.
It's a big
It's a big
secret,
secret,
right?
right?
You're working
You're
at
working at
home.
home.
You're
You're
trying to
trying
make
to
bank.
make bank.
You want to
You
live
want to
your
live
life
your
and
life
have
and have
freedom.
freedom.
What's the
What's the
first
first
thing we
thing
do
we do
as soon
as
as
soon as
somebody's
somebody's
not
not
watching
watching
at home?
at home?
Well, my
Well, my
dog's
dog's on the
floor.
floor.
Holly,
Holly,
she's
she's
9 now.
9
She's
now. She's
taking a
taking
nap.
a nap.
I had
I had
two
two
lattes today
lattes
that I
today that
made
I made
myself
myself
because I'm
because
very
I'm very
snobby
snobby
about my
about my
coffee.
coffee.
And I have
And I
my
have my
supplies
supplies
here. All
here.
right.
All right.
But what I
What I
learned
learned
like a
like a
couple
couple
years ago
years
was
ago was
just the
just the
biggest
biggest
secret
secret
that
that
women
women
entrepreneurs
entrepreneurs
working
working
remotely could
remotely could
ever
ever
have,
have,
which is
which is
tilt
tilt
your
your
monitor
monitor
up,
up,
right?
right?
And so
And
look
so
at
look
this
at this
perfect
perfect
frame
frame
we have
we have
going here,
going
right?
here, right?
You see
You
the
see the
hair if I
hair
want
if
to
I
look
want to look
fancy,
fancy.
and
And
then
then
what you
what
don't
you
see
don't
is the
see is the
magic,
magic,
right?
right?
People that
People
work
that
from
work from
home,
home,
women, are
are
typically in their
typically in their
sweatpants
sweatpants
with
with
no
no
makeup,
makeup,
a
a
latte in their
latte in their
hand.
hand.
And since
And
they
since
want
they
to be
want to be
really
really
comfortable,
comfortable, the truth is
they're
they're
not
not
wearing a
wearing a
freaking bra,
freaking bra,
right?
right?
I am
I am
not
not
wearing a
wearing a
bra
bra
while I'm
while I'm
making
making
millions of
millions of
dollars
dollars
now,
now,
often in my
often in my
pajamas,
pajamas,
like most of the
most of
time.
the time.
Now, when
Now,
I go
when
out
I
of the
go out of the
house, I
house,
put
I
on a
put
bra
on a
because
bra.
let's
Because
get
let's
real.
get
I'm
real. I'm
52 years
52
old,
years old,
right? I
right?
have
I
this
have this
strategically cut
strategically
off
cut
right
off
here.
right here.
All right.
All right.
So
So
what
what
I've been
I've
up
been up
to
to
for the
for the
past
past month and a
half
half
is
is
really
really
learning
learning
what
what
women
women
entrepreneurs
entrepreneurs
want,
want,
right?
right?
Personally,
Personally,
financially,
financially,
just as
just
a
as a
human
human
being,
being,
like what
like what
really
really
drives them.
drives them.
So
So
I
I
did
did
100
100
in-depth
in-depth
interviews with
interviews
women
with women
entrepreneurs.
entrepreneurs.
I've been
I've been
mentoring
mentoring
women
women
entrepreneurs for
entrepreneurs for
over a
over a
decade,
decade,
but I
but
really
I
wanted
really
to
wanted to
dive
dive
into what
into
is
what is
happening
happening
in this
in this
moment.
moment.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind, most of these women work from home. So this isn't really the woman who has big office and 50 employees and goes in every day. It's not the woman probably who runs a shop on the corner. This is specifically for women who work on the road, travel the world, or like me sometimes and work in their camper van that their cute husband built. Or most of the time they're working from home. The way they want to live their life with freedom. Okay. So the goal of the study was like to move past the bull crap, right? To stop trying to look like this LinkedIn polished or this Instagram view of young women. I'll say that young women, which maybe I'm still young at 52. I don't know. I need both sides. But we wanted to see like the reality of their lives. What do they want to do professionally? What are they carrying personally? Typically they're a caregiver for a child or their mom or a spouse or a partner, a neighbor, a friend, right? So many of these women entrepreneurs are caregivers. And I wanted to look at the specific gaps in the market. What are they really seeking? Right. And what are they really doing? So what I found out from middle-aged women entrepreneurs who work remotely is they're done with it. They have rejected the traditional corporate markers of success. They want freedom. They want health, and they want cash. They want financial independence. They want to only depend on themselves for the money coming in. These are women that are high achievers. They're very independent. They might drink a little. I don't know what it would be like to have the freedom in the middle of the day at work as your own CEO to open up a beer at 11:07 a.m. Central. And take a sip. God, I hate it. That was disgusting. I like tequila. So anyway, they want freedom, right? And the thing that they look at is most women entrepreneurs don't even make more than $50,000. And the big barrier they see a lot of times is that $100,000 ceiling, which I said 88% of women entrepreneurs don't break that. They need to be exceeding their former executive salary. So their goal is over 100,000, and then their next goal in their head that some of them are hitting is 250, right? 250,000, and then they really feel like they've made it when they hit a million. I've done that several years with two different companies. 1.6% of women entrepreneurs make $1 million or more. That is unacceptable. You're looking at half of the population in the United States as business owners making less than $1 million. I have some thoughts on that. Right? I want to talk about the desires before we get into that. All right. This is what women said when they got real about being a woman, being an entrepreneur. All right. They want a business that fits into their life, not a life that is consumed by their business. So here's a quote that I got from somebody. My goal is just to continue to be able to live the kind of life on my own terms at the risk of sounding cliche. I'm gonna be really destitute before I ever go back to somebody telling me what the hell to do at a W-2 job. I want financial freedom and the freedom of time. I think the biggest measure of wealth is being able to spend your time however you damn well please. Okay. So this is what they said. They want to go from surviving to thriving. They don't want a W-2 job. A lot of them had side hustles, and when they make enough money, they leave that job and they're much happier. I'll tell you the truth. Typically, without support or mentoring or systems, a woman will struggle with her own company to make as much as she did at her W-2, typically the first 2 years. And then by the time she gets to her third year, if her company is still sustaining, she should be at the point where she's making what she does at her W-2. Two things. I always advise people to hang on to your full-time job with your side hustle until you're making 60% of what you made at your W-2. Because if you have an LLC and the tax advantages, you're really going to pocket a lot more of that money. Now that number is only 60% if you have a spouse or a partner or your parents who have you on their health insurance. If you don't have that, you've got to get your own health insurance. As a business owner, I'm going to wait till I'm at 80% to tell somebody to quit their W-2 job. All right, that's just a number I've been advising people on for years. So these people want to be independent. They don't want to depend on men or a woman or a mom or dad or a child. They want to do it themselves. They want to make choices they want to make. They want to find their dreams, whether it's travel or a new home office, specific medical treatment, like just medical, right? Or leaving a legacy for their children. So I had one woman say, my biggest personal goal is just to be able to take care of myself. I want to be financially stable and to be able to provide for myself on my own without having to depend on anybody else. Think about this. The highest growing demographic age-wise of women is women in their 60s that are starting a new company. That's right. Women in their 60s are the highest growing demographic age of new entrepreneurs. When we look at race, the highest growing demographic of race for women starting their first company are black women. So watch these people that in a lot of ways I've heard are just tired of being overlooked. They're just tired of being underestimated because of one judgment or another. And they're taking control. All right. These 100 women want to be an expert in their field. This was usually manifested like I have a goal to publish a book, or I want to be a keynote speaker. They want to be heard. They don't want to be edited. They don't want to follow other people's rules. They're sick of being inauthentic. They want to tap into their authenticity. So personal goals. The personal goals that I heard were really linked mostly to physical and mental health and well-being. So they're looking for a healthier lifestyle and a return to hobbies that they left years ago because they've been raising kids or they have been in a relationship or they have been trying to work at a corporate job and they hate it. They've spent all their time getting their master's degree or things that they've just been focused on and now they're beginning to break free and put themselves at the front of the list, right? Women entrepreneurs want to build a life that gives them autonomy and they want to buy back their time. They looked a lot at physical and mental health as a priority. They wanted to manage the realities of aging. Many women are looking for ways to navigate perimenopause. I don't know if you've been through perimenopause yet, but when you go to the doctor, who is typically a man, they have not been through it, and that's frustrating. And then a lot of times when you go to a solid medical facility and you ask for help with perimenopause, advancements in women's healthcare is pretty crappy, right? You don't get a lot of answers and you don't feel heard. But a lot of things happen when you go through perimenopause. For example, you wake up at 2:30 a.m. full of sweat when you don't even sweat. And sometimes with perimenopause, let's see here, you might get a chin hair. You're like, where the hell is that chin hair from? Now I have two chin hairs. Like you try to get after them, and you just don't want anybody to know, right? Perimenopause, sexual health, relationships. These are all things that women are ready to step into. I think when they're over 35 and they really want to have conversations about it. They're sick of pretending that these things don't exist. They're sick of pretending that health and fun and mental health does not affect their ability to make money. Right? It does. It's all about building the life that you actually want. Oh, here's the other thing. A lot of women or entrepreneurs are seeking freedom to tackle creative projects without the pressure of having to monetize them. Sometimes they just want to have a damn hobby. Sometimes they just want to have fun. Girls just want to have fun, right? So what can this mean? It means travel. Solo adventures, activities that provide a sense of whimsy. Maybe they like to knit. That sounds terrible to me, but maybe they're talented and artistic and like to knit. Right? I recently started a company called Bougie Retreats. You can check it out at bougieretreats.com, specifically to help women to go on fancy ass retreats and accomplish absolutely nothing. What if as women entrepreneurs took a moment and we looked at ourselves and we were like, damn, girl, you're the stuff. You are incredible. Exactly the way you are. You don't need to biohack. You don't need to do a downward dog yoga. You don't need to center your soul or eat freaking kale. How about you just hang out with some girlfriends and play Cards Against Humanity while you watch Clueless, right? Like how about that? And women entrepreneurs typically are so busy trying to make some damn money that they've forgotten to take the time to have fun. They've forgotten to prioritize themselves. So here's a couple of things I heard. I truly want to start a movement of midlife women seeing the value in themselves and then doing something with that. Somebody else said, my personal goal that is biggest is to continue to be free to all the creative things I want to do that I didn't do before, to continue to have time because I just don't want to work for someone else's dream. All right. Let's talk about what stands in their way. I asked this question. What stands in your way? 87% of the participants said myself. Me. I'm standing in my way. Myself. So they talked about it from psychological barriers that persist, regardless of how much money they were making. I was talking to one woman. I think she was doing $6 million a year, and she had I don't remember how many employees. She had a lot of employees, maybe 40 or 50. And she was questioning how she got in her own way. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Like you're a mom, you're a wife, you're a marathoner, you're gorgeous, you're kind. You're doing $6 million a year. Like I gotta be honest. I measure a lot of my ego by how much money I make, which is typically kind of more customary of a man. And that's how I am, right? But this woman who was killing it in every area of her life was still saying she was getting in her own way. So imposter syndrome isn't just a buzzword. It's daily friction point. Keeping those women from fully achieving their goals. Maybe she's capable of 12 million. Honestly, she probably is. Maybe she's capable of getting her marathon time down. Like I don't know how she does that, but she's pretty amazing. I was talking about imposter syndrome 12 years ago in my TED talk called The Fearless Alter Ego, before imposter syndrome was really a big thing. Because the fact is, as humans, and particularly as women, we're always looking around going, am I really good enough? Will they really find me out? Will they really discover that I'm not as cool or as knowledgeable or whatever? Dude, everybody's freaking making it up. Everybody's making it up. I'm a New York Times best-selling author. But for 12 years, I tried to do that. And the first book I put out, a fantastic intern, Jamie, did the cover for free. I wrote it with no editing. Didn't know what the hell I was doing. Jamie also did the inside of the book. I went to an actual printer and paid $6,000 for 3,000 copies of the book. I had no idea how to market it. I self-published. And it did great, but I just pretended. Like I just acted as if I knew what the hell I was doing. So here's the thing I'm going to tell you. If you are a future entrepreneur and you're like, I would be an amazing entrepreneur because I have ideas all the time. I have visionary, incredible business ideas, services and products that could be so marketable. And you're like, oh my God, look at this company that just started. I had that idea 5 years ago. And you think because of that vision, because of those ideas, you'd be a fantastic entrepreneur. You're fooling yourself. Everybody's got ideas. Ideas are worth very little because somebody else probably already did it. Okay, maybe you want to do it better. Everybody has this vision and ideas. That's not what makes a successful entrepreneur. It's acting as if. It's taking that first step. It's being ready to be vulnerable and not being able to cover up that you have failed. Dude, I have failed in every way possible. I've been 300 pounds. I've been miserable in a marriage and divorced. I've struggled with mental issues. I've been bankrupt. Like I'm just an accomplished failure, right? But what makes me strong is I get the hell back up. I get back up and I learned about intermittent fasting, and that was the right choice for me. It's not the right choice for everybody. This life is all about choice and what we're going to do for ourselves and how we're going to grow. I got divorced and I did everything wrong, and I wrote a book on online dating, and I met this incredibly hot, kind guy who I ended up marrying and moving in with very quickly. And we've been together for 12 years now. I'm crazy in love. And before I was miserable. I always wondered, like, would I be a good mom? And now I have this daughter who is 19 and beautiful on the inside and out, and is fighting to keep her 4.0. Like who I never cared about a 4.0. I never saw a 4.0 anywhere. And she's so kind and witty and responsible, smarter than I am. Like I had a part in that, right? And I get to watch that person grow up. And that's amazing. Okay. I want to talk about the confidence gap. So many women said to me that they felt very exposed when selling their services. They felt like they weren't being their authentic selves, and that it might lead to rejection. One interview said, "It feels like if I don't do well, it's me not doing well instead of the business not doing well." And this really leads to those feelings of not being authentic, imposter syndrome, and particularly struggling with marketing and sales efforts. Here's another thing I have heard a lot from women, not particularly during this interview, but over the years. They want to help people. They want to nurture. They want to do good for the world. Now look, I'm being very stereotypical. I love men. Don't get me wrong. And there's some women out there who are absolute jerks that I would not want to be around. But I'm talking, and I see a lot in women entrepreneurs that they're like, dude, I've been doing this for free for years. I've been cooking for people. Or I've been coaching them through perimenopause. I've been a birth doula. Or I've been training leadership teams. I've been doing it for free. Or I've been speaking for like $1,000 or no dollars professionally for like 8 years. But I want to help people, right? Like I really want to make a difference. I'm really passionate about this. I'm really talented about this. So this is like what I want to do. You can make the world a better place and get paid fairly. I have three core values that I live by. And I've been this way for a long time. There's only three things I want to do. I don't do anything else anymore. Because I got older and I freaking love getting older. And I have a partner who supports me and not doing a damn thing I don't want to do, which is why I don't do things he does. And I really appreciate that. So I have three core values. Number one, make money. I love making money. I love creating products that really make a difference and help people in some way, whether it's intermittent fasting and health, or it's online dating, or it's social media marketing, or it's publishing a book, or it's consulting. I don't care what it is. I usually get pissed off about an industry and how crappy it's doing. And then I want to go in and serve people and make their lives better. Now, the thing that I found that I love is mentoring entrepreneurial women to feel better in their personal lives and let that help them also make more money. You have to look at the whole person. You have to treat the whole human, right? So my three things: make money, help people, and have adventures. What is the point of working and helping people if I don't prioritize enjoying my own life? That is a ridiculous waste of a life. It's ridiculous. And I owe it to myself with this gift of life that I have been given to just go for it, to feel the pain, to feel the sorrow, to grab onto as much love and joy and ridiculousness and silliness and laughter, passion, whimsy that I can. And you deserve that too. Like you deserve some fun, and you have to make it a priority. So once again, core values: make money, help people, have adventures. That's me. What's you? Tell me what your core values are. Do you know? And don't give me like seven. Nobody's gonna remember that. You can't even remember, right? Three. It's just like companies always create these bullshit core values, and nobody remembers them because they have like eight, and they're like synergy and transparency. Shut up. Nobody wants to hear that. But if I walk up to you and I've just met you for the first time, what are you about? Can you narrow it down for me to three or four things? Is it physical fitness? Is it faith? Is it art and beauty? What are you about? What do you want to do to the world? How do you want to experience it? What is your unique at it? And I want you to stop sitting there second guessing. Am I really the best? Do I really know enough? Dude, I'm telling you, somebody who knows less than you is getting paid right now to not do as good of a job with what you do. I promise you. And all it took was the guts to take that step forward and be willing to fail. I've had eight companies. Three were really successful. Look at the numbers. Like that means five either sucked or weren't so great. Right? That's fantastic. I'm super happy. It led me to a very good life. So some of these women really feel like they're alone. Some people really live in a world of isolation because remote work has just created this lack of community in their lives. I experienced that first in COVID before I had a company that was a marketing company for almost 10 years where we had an awesome office, incredible people, and we would go in some days a week and we would work from home some days a week. And then during COVID, I started a consulting company that was purely from home. And I need people in my life. So I had to find a way to start building community and to start building fun and whimsy and silly things online. And I was able to do that. And now I really get the interaction that I need working from home, working from a camper van, working in Sedona, working in at the Biltmore, in Asheville, or close to in my camper van. I was leading MBA classes for entrepreneurs the other day outside of a dive bar that had some kind of fried hot dog that Levi, my husband ate. It sounded crazy, but I want that freedom, right? And having those travels and those journeys and making sure I do get out sometimes and meet people, but building community online, building relationships, having a good time, and being able to translate that for me to group mentoring for entrepreneurial women. That's been the way I've done it. How are you doing it? If you work from home, how do you overcome that isolation that can sometimes lead to spinning wheels because you have no one physically present there to bounce ideas off of, right? All right. Let's talk about mental overload and decision fatigue. So we talk about the mental load that often women carry, right? And we always want to be looking at all different types of women. And it's interesting to me because you hear a lot about the mental load of married moms, right? And listen, I've been a married mom. I am a married mom. And heck yes, I had a huge mental load. And that's even with an incredible husband who does more than his share, right? I plan things, I organize things, I research, I get everything on the calendar, whatever, right? But are we taking a look also at the mental load that women who are single, women who do not have children often take on? Because of that nurturing attitude, I think you still see a huge mental load that they are taking on. A lot of times to take care of their parents as they get older, right? Caregivers So everybody was talking about AI, technology overload, AI. Listen. The AI experts out there, in my opinion, as a whole, the vast majority are full of crap. So what I've seen in AI training mostly is let me confuse you. Let me give you 17 tools and show you how amazing it is. Show you the capabilities. Show you the possibilities and demonstrate right in front of you. And pay me a bunch of money and leave and have absolutely nothing to show for it. And then pay me some more money and come back on a different topic. And I will once again show you these tools and these capabilities and give you a sheet to do this yourself. And you walk out again with nothing. It is ridiculous. It reminds me of when I started getting into social media and marketing in 2008. And I did it because I was pissed. Like I'd go hear talks about social media, and it was always two like young bros talking about some freaking app and confusing people enough where we give them a whole bunch of money to have them do it for them because they made them stupid. Like that's so ridiculous. And I started a social media company called Social Media Delivered. I wrote a book called The Social Media Business Equation. I trademarked the system. It was used as a textbook. It's a really good book. Don't buy it. It's too damn old. But it was a good book at the time because it served not only like hotels and things that were cool on social media, but nonprofits and B2B companies. Companies that are unsexy, but they're making a load of money, which is like super sexy to me because I can go to Cinema again and go to Spot and Lobster. That's what I did. So I feel like I'm in it again with AI. And I'm gonna start teaching people how to do stuff for free. And then I'm gonna give them a discount and charge them fair prices to do something where each time they come to class, they are shown how to do something. They do it in class, and they walk away with something accomplished. AI is moving 50 times faster than social media did. And the tools you're going to use right now to do something incredible is not the tools you're going to use in a year. So come talk to me about this, or go find somebody that you trust and say, hey, I'm going to give you money to learn about AI. I want to walk out with a finished project on something, right? Maybe it's a website. Maybe it's a menu list for the next 6 months. Maybe it's an email template with all your sequencing happening. Maybe it's a way to give your time back with administrative tasks around calendaring and email. Don't just go learn how to do that and hear all kind of possibilities. Have someone show you and walk out with it done. And then you have the system, you have a recording, and you can go do it over and over again. But if they're just showing you a bunch of tools and not telling you which tool to use right now, that is cheap, are free, they're full of crap, right? Don't do it. So a lot, I think 63, no, I'm sorry, 76% of small business owners in the US right now, which would be about 26 million, want training on AI, right? And there is training popping up every day. And they need it because they need to have access to the same tools to survive as a small business as these huge corporations have. This is how we leveled the playing field in marketing and operations back in the day with social media. It's the same thing now, but faster. Right? But faster. So don't just go to somebody who is just a technology person. Go where you can learn about technology and business. Okay. And yes, I'm saying this in a self-serving way because Levi, who is my husband, is a nerd, and I am an entrepreneur, and we're going to start putting together training for business owners on AI, where they walk out with something. Okay. So come talk to us, or come find somebody else who guarantees you're going to walk out of a session where you give your valuable time and gain an asset, more time, the tool that you know. Okay. These women talked about structural and societal barriers. For those with families, they didn't have a lot of societal support for entrepreneur moms, and that was a huge barrier. One respondent said that if school hours actually aligned with business hours, her revenue would increase by 20%. The constant caregiving for children, partners, aging parents is a silent drain on their professional capacity generally. So they had a lot of fear about slow or negative cash flow. So a lot of that mindset, a lot of that worry takes away from the ability to focus on making money, right? To focus on serving others that are your clients. And these women were taking necessary risks to scale. They really feel like they need infusions of new capital to grow, but they didn't know how to access it without losing their soul to investors or taking on significant debt. Now I coach women entrepreneurs. I am a great coach for a lifestyle business. I am a great mentor for that. Predominantly because that's all I've ever done. So if you don't know what a lifestyle business is, it means you are building a company. You have certain financial goals to hit. You have certain personal goals by which you want to live by. And you don't want any damn person telling you what to do. So you want to earn. You want to own 100% of it. I want to own my own company. I don't want investors. Is it possible at some point I could have taken investment and be making a whole bunch of millions instead of a few millions? It's possible. That's not what I want. I just need a few million dollars, all my freedom, and to not wear a bra while I'm making bank. I need to do good work for people that I love and feel fulfilled. So I hope you check out the Braless Entrepreneur, which is group mentoring and support for women entrepreneurs working remotely. But honestly, if you're somebody who's like, I'm going for funding, I'm going to work with venture capital, I'm going to work with private equity, I'm not your girl, right? You should not listen to me. If you're like, I want to make six figures. I want to make seven figures. I want to do it myself. I want to do it bootstrapped. I want to do the damn work I want to do and not be miserable. Then you should hang out with me. So some women said, I noticed that I'm very visionary. I have lots of ideas and ambition, but I'm not sure where to direct all of that energy. And it leads to me spinning my wheels. Another person said it's fear of speaking my truth. Are people going to reject that? Are people going to be like, what the hell is she talking about? You know what? Probably not. You probably have something to say, and you feel it in your soul that you are called to something, that you are called to do something big that you have to offer the world. Right? All right. So how are these women getting help? Women entrepreneurs really describe themselves as active, yet very discerning consumers of professional development. They don't have patience for fluff anymore. Their money is very tight, valuable to them. So they turn to services and sources that are going to give them immediate tactical value. They will pay for high-level business consulting, coaching, leadership coaching, trauma-informed mentorship. They're willing to pay for it. They just need to know what they're going to get out of it. How will it move them forward? Personally or professionally. I think they're really open to all of that. A lot of participants there are using AI as their virtual assistants when they don't have enough money to hire someone. I use a combination, right? I use people and AI. I'm a huge believer in AI. I'm also a huge believer in people, right? I can't replace the creativity of a human. I can't replace the heart and the interaction and the personalization. Now I can take those creations and turn them through the tedious task of reformatting them and scheduling them, right? I can create systems that save me money. And if you're doing this with your staff, you better be damn sure that you're communicating to your staff that you're going to train them on AI. So you can empower them to have the skills they need to have in 2 years so they can continue to grow in their career. You need to be clear with them because a lot of times people will train them on AI, systematize AI, get rid of them, and honestly have inhuman, crappy content interaction bot things going on. Don't do that to your people. Take care of your people, and they're going to take care of you. So there's a lot of things that you can do with AI, but you still need incredible humans to create content and processes before you jump those processes into AI, because it can just continue cycles. It can't create processes. All right. These women, like we talked about, are willing to pay and invest significantly when they have a value proposition that is very clear. So some will pay $10 to $50 a month for a class pass, or a lot of times a specialized community portal access where they just get onto online. A lot of them are paying $200 to $500 a year for yearly memberships that will have like a library of resources. Even high ticket intensive one-on-one mentoring or done with services for anywhere from 3,000 up above $10,000. When they're at that level, they're usually working individually, or they're in like a very high-end cohort. But the thing I want you to hear from all of this is the support that these women entrepreneurs need is holistic. They need their whole lives looked at. They need to be able to increase their cash and their confidence in all areas of their lives. And when we talk about AI, it's important to understand that because AI exists now, who cares if you have information? I can go get information online in 30 seconds. That is not valuable to me, and that is not valuable to these women entrepreneurs. Implementation is valuable. Information, it's pretty worthless at this point. So whatever training or mentoring or courses or studies you're investing in, go to an expert. Go to somebody in your field that you really trust, or somebody in an area that you really want to learn, that will not just give you information, but will be hands-on to help you actually do it in those moments, right? With live interaction. I don't see honestly why you would pay any more for just videos. Like I can probably go on YouTube and find most videos of information that I want. But you give me access to a specialist on sales or on AI or on perimenopause or on sexual health or on raising kids or on training my dog, right? And you help me implement it, because I struggle with those things. I'm it. Right. All right. I've been talking a long time, and I still have more stuff to talk about. But I'm gonna keep going. All right. So let's talk about fear, fun, and the definition of success. So the primary fear is that these women expressed were not about financial future, more about authenticity and really being seen. Okay. I do think as we get older as women, some women feel like they become more invisible and not seen. I haven't really experienced that, but I've heard that a lot. I think I haven't experienced it because I'm a weirdo. And because I perfected the art of failing, and I did a lot of failing in my early years, so I think out of the way. I'm sure I'll fail some more. And I kept on getting back up and learning more who I am. And so that development of your core values, and I'd love to support you in that, because I love understanding at the core who a person is, and fostering that growth truly become them, right? So these women have a really deep fear that if they show up truly as who they are, they will be rejected by a market that still values a really affluent corporate influencer persona. Let me give you an example. I am a group and individual mentor for entrepreneurial women. I have researched for the past year the top 10 influential entrepreneur mentors who are women for women. I don't look like any of them. Like none of them. I'm pretty sure they all have straight long hair. They all have a lot of makeup. They all weigh about 50 pounds less than I do. They're all dressed like fashionistas. I don't want to be judgy. There's nothing wrong with that. They're very professional and precise and well spoken. And I've taken classes from some of them, and I've learned a lot. Like, these are some smart cookies. But I would like to see somebody on that list who looked like me and lived like me publicly, right? Kind of messy, curly hair. I might want to have a ring pop while I'm working. Don't judge me, but that's where I'm at. I don't want to pretend like my dog's not here and it's embarrassing when she barks. I have a dog. I love my dog. I don't want to wear a bra. Sometimes I don't want to leave my house. So I don't know. I'm just wondering if we could normalize more not being so together online, like not having it all figured out. I don't have it all figured out. I look primarily to women entrepreneurs to learn what I need to learn because there's so much I don't know, and I outsource things that I'm not good at because there's so much I'm not good at. In fact, I'm only good at a few things, but I'm the best at those things. And I bet you if you thought about it, you're the same way. Right. We talked about reclaiming fun, and a huge portion of these women. They were like, I have forgotten how to have fun. When I do, it's like walking the dog, or hiking. I mean, that's fun, but a little boring after a while, right? One of their biggest goals was to have a day where they were simply, like I said, accomplishing nothing. They weren't productive. They weren't improving themselves. They weren't getting a damn thing done because they were dire. All right. Success redefined. Success for a lot of these women was like a bougie, free suburban lifestyle. They described it as freedom to work by the pool or in pajamas without judgment. Celebration, is really a loud party at this moment. It's more often intimate and a quiet occasion. A day to sit in the backyard, or draw, or weekend at the spa. But they also wanted to have fun, like the kind of fun they haven't had in a long time. They wanted to play board games with their friends. They wanted to go on a girls trip. They wanted to go out drinking. They wanted to find a place to dance. They wanted to go and scope out some cuties. Right. They still want to do these things. They just like a lot of times won't admit it. I don't get it. Like we're still alive. Let's have some damn fun. So here's what they said. I want to be able to be financially stable and provide for myself without having to depend on anybody. And I want to remember how to have fun. What we decided to do is entrepreneurs is actually personal development on crack. She was not actually on crack. That would be a little too much. Right. From what I hear. All right. Remember when Whitney Houston said crack is whack? I really enjoyed that back in the day. Okay. The gap. What they still need. So there's lots of resources in the market, but they really identified a massive unmet need for candid realism, an honest discussion about what's really happening in entrepreneurship, knowing what other women struggle with and identifying with that, support around that so they can move forward. Mentoring, coaching, training, learning, knowledge. They were looking for a niche community, a space for middle-aged women who have left behind the fanciness, the corporate persona. They want to focus on health, wealth, and fun. They don't want to be fancy. Now look, just because we want to be laid back at home, many of us like to get dressed up and rock a tight red dress when we go out. Don't get me wrong. I'm smoking hot when I feel like it and when I leave the house. And a lot of women felt like that. But at home, like my husband thinks something crazy hot. Do I need to put on some makeup? I feel like I don't. So curated technology, a resource that can cut through the noise of the market, make concrete recommendations about which particular tool to use in this moment. Implementation, not information. All right. So what does this all mean? Remote women entrepreneurs are highly motivated and highly overwhelmed. They want freedom above everything else. They want direct, no nonsense roadmaps to making more money, being healthy, and reclaiming their right to have fun. That's the scoop.
That's the scoop.
That's what I learned from 100 women entrepreneurs. Here I am reporting this to you without a bra. I hope you're at home watching this not wearing a bra. I want you to come check me out at ditchthebra.com. It's my new company, the Braless Entrepreneur. I'm going to be doing group mentoring only for women entrepreneurs that are badasses and not uptight. And fun. Like, does this all have to be so damn serious? Can't we learn and inspire each other without like just sitting there and talking about our cat for 6 hours or being a Debbie Downer? Like, I don't want to hear it. Right? Let's make some money. Let's get more confident. That's it. That's all I got. All right. I'm Eve with the Braless Entrepreneur podcast, as you can see. Fabulous vlogs coming up. But I want you to come work with me. I want you to check me out. Tell me what you think. Tell me about you. And it's ditchthebra.com.